You the one who gets it all done? Always pushing forward? Always striving? In the constant chase for success, when was the last time you took a moment just for you? We're always on the go, rushing from one task to the next, barely pausing to catch our breath. What if we took a moment to pause? Imagine listening in, really listening, to the wind, to your heartbeat, to your soul. What if slowing down was the key, a chance to discover a deeper connection with yourself? And from that connection, expand it to those you love, to the moments that truly matter. Pause, reflect, connect. It's time to live fully from the inside out. Good morning and welcome to a Soulful Pause. I'm Josette Diaz and I am a self-awareness coach for women in midlife. And I have a beautiful community that is called the Art of Awareness. And this is a membership that is designed to find the inner working and emotions that you're scrambling with and you're having a hard time with, and using creativity as a tool to assist you in bringing it into your conscious mind so that you can see the habits and the patterns that you've been struggling with that cause sabotage, that keep you in the pattern of people pleasing, that keep you in that pattern of overdoing. And so, if you are looking for a new way to access your own inner guidance, then the Art of Awareness just might be for you. So I will have links in the comments when this gets posted, and you can access that, or you can go straight to my bio and look in my link tree, and you will find all the access you need. So let's get started today. You have me solo again, and I'm really excited to talk to you today because I wanted to speak to you about some things that have really been showing up. And in the Art of Awareness, we are working on intention this month. And everyone knows what intention means, right? For the most part. And I think that most of us generalize intention as being goal setting. It's the way that we set our goals and we stay focused. Well, the focus part is correct, and goals is sort of right. Yet, I want to give you a few things to consider around this. Now, the last time I talked to you, I gave you three different ways to set intention. And I want to take this a little bit further with you because there's also another way to think about intention, and using intention as, yes, of course, the focal point, also using it as a way to um, put your deepest desires into your intention, to keep yourself focused and give your mind the instruction on how to proceed in your daily life. So if you think about what your intention is for today. So say today my intention is to remain discerning throughout my day. I think that feels like a really good intention. And if I want to make sure that I'm able to, balance or make good decisions based on what I value, based on what's on my to do list, based on how I'm actually feeling today, what's my current state, and do I need to adjust that state? I can set up my intention to be my best self for the day. And so I wanted to talk to you about that a little bit because this is where awareness really comes in to setting those intentions. So let's talk a little bit about a few things here. So, what we're going to do is look at what is the power of pausing. So we're so conditioned to always do instead of be. We are really taught to apply action when we either feel bored, we get uncomfortable, we're supposed to, jump into action rather than sitting with that uncomfortableness and really listening in. And so if we allow ourselves to take just small moments, it doesn't have to be huge moments of time that you set aside to do these things. I mean, we all have busy lives. And if you're, managing a home or, you're working and taking care of your kids and the family and the dog and the cat and the whatever, your time is somewhat limited. So you don't have 15 minutes to carve out all the time. So you can take these small moments to pause and to give yourself some breathing room. And this is going to help you to, rather than go and apply action to this uncomfortable feeling, to really sit with it, invite it into you, allow yourself to be right next to it. See yourself on a cozy couch, and right next to you is this uncomfortable feeling, this uncomfortableness. And when you work with yourself in this way, you are giving yourself space. You're inviting in the sensations that are asking you to pay attention to 'em. Because when you pay attention to that uncomfortableness, you're shining the light on it. So then it starts to fade. It goes, oh, I'm being seen. And then once it's being seen, it doesn't have the intensity that it normally would. Because that uncomfortable feeling, you can apply all the action you want to it. It will sit with you. It will sit with you, and then it'll get right into your body, and it'll feel like a knot in your stomach, or, you know, you have a craving for lots of sugar, or whatever it is that you've conditioned yourself around uncomfortableness. So you don't have to struggle. You can actually just take little moments of pausing, breathing, inviting in whatever it is that's showing up, because that's the only way that you're going to actually start to have resolution. So, the benefits of pausing, as I just said, are to take the time to invite in the uncomfortableness. It also gives you the opportunity to do less in that moment. And it's about doing what truly matters by connecting to those values that you hold. Now, we all think that we automatically know these things. We all agree that we have levels of awareness, that we are aware. And if you were to really step back as you learn things in your life, you start to recognize, if you were to take an inventory of it, that you're not as aware as you think you are. And that's not a bad thing. It's human condition. We think that we're aware because, we're alert, we're doing things, we're successful, we raise children, we raise families, we have great jobs, we, are responsible adults. Yet, if were to really look at the details in our lives, how much awareness do we have around them? And you can only know what you know in the moment. And so having the opportunity to pause to really assess what you value in life is a process of elimination. And it's a great way to use your values as a guideline in your life through your awareness. It helps you become even more aware. And then let's talk a little bit about listening deeply. So once we invite in the uncomfortableness or whatever the feelings are that we're dealing with, sadness, loneliness, fear, all of those things require a moment of pausing. So once we're in the moment of pausing, to listen deeply to yourself. Now, these are the core values that are in my system, Seasons of the Soul, which the art of awareness is a part of. And when you're listening deeply, you're not just it's not just about hearing what's going on. It's about understanding what your inner voice is truly saying to you. So let's just take an example of fear. If you are afraid of, I get money's like the easiest thing to go to because everybody has stuff around money. So if you have a fear of like a bill that's coming up, or you're not too sure how you're going to accomplish a goal that you have or something that's important to your family, and the financial stress of it is there and it's causing fear. What is the fear wanting you to know? Now, that might sound kind of silly. If you were to really sit with it and invite fear to sit with you, that's in the pausing, and then to ask fear, what is it that I need to know about you? Because that fear might just be an old childhood wound. It might be a situation that um, you felt very scared in a time in your life, whether it be childhood or otherwise. And sometimes those feelings will show back up because we haven't resolved all of them, or we are in such a pattern with them because we receive something from the emotion that's uncomfortable for us. And as much as we may not like it and would love it to go away, we continually invite it in because we gain something from it. So listen deeply to hear what it is that is being asked for you to resolve, to heal, to lean into loving more, to shining light on. And this will help you to close out that external noise that happens in the world. Everyone's going to give you unsolicited advice. It doesn't mean that you have to agree with it, and it doesn't mean you have to listen to it. So take a moment to sit and really listen in, ask the questions, get curious, be very curious about what it is that is showing up in your world, the feelings that you're having that are rising within you in these moments. Now, I'd like to also talk about the connection. So, when we move into connecting within through the awareness, through our awareness, then it allows us to see who we are becoming. So, self awareness is that bridge between where we are right now to where we are going. And it helps us live in an alignment with our values instead of other people's expectations. So the more aware we become of that fear that we sat and listened to, and maybe we found out that it was connected back to a storyline of growing up when you remember when your parents were, really concerned about a financial situation, and you became aware of it, and so it caused a lot of fear around money. You had some beliefs that got built around that situation, and when you have that awareness, it allows you to then recognize when it shows up. Oh, I'm still healing this. Thank you. Come on in. You fear you're showing up again. Sit with me again. Let me listen to you. Let me love on you, because that's going to help you to heal that piece of yourself that, by applying love to it, heals it automatically. By applying love to it, allows it to start to remove itself. It can no longer exist in your energy field when love is applied to it. And so all of these things that we're always so afraid of and go, oh no, get away from me. I don't want fear around me. Oh no, I need to stop being fearful. So then we apply action. We're just constantly putting Band-Aid on top of Band-Aid on top of Band-Aid. And then it never quite goes away, and it never quite gets healed. It never gets listened to. It never gets acknowledged. And then that seeps into your body. And when that seeps into your body, it comes out in different ways. It can come out in you know, skin irritation or even gets worse. So you want to pay attention to yourself. And by using these three pillars to help you move into more of an alignment in your awareness, or maybe that's not really the right phrasing, where your awareness becomes more expanded, then as you continue to process those emotions and those patterns, you then are ready for the next layer of awareness. And so all of this bridges you to the person that you're becoming. And that helps you with all of the things that you would love to have in your life. And so if you use intention as the driver to take you towards, like, so today, I want discernment. I want to discern what tasks are the best for me to, get into today, and what should I put aside. That's an easy thing to discern, right? Well, maybe easy. So if I'm using that as my framework today, that's my intention. I use the intention as the framework, it's my objective, and then I go through the three pillars. I slow down, I take moments that I have time for, even if it's 2 minutes, even if it's just me breathing for a moment, and I pause. I slow down, I pause for whatever time I have allotted. Then I invite it in. What is it that I need to discern? Why do I feel confused? Why does it feel chaotic? So I invite the chaos, I invite the confusion to sit with me. Then I listen to it. I ask it what it wants me to know. And then when I receive an awareness around that, now, if you don't receive an awareness, don't beat yourself up. Ask yourself, just say out loud, I want to see this differently. And then don't worry about it. Just walk away, go about your business. Sit with, I want to see it differently, and don't apply pressure to yourself. You don't have to find the answer. It's going to arrive and just show up. All of a sudden, you'll get like a light bulb moment and you'll go, oh, and then all of a sudden everything will shift. And so if you struggle with it and you have that moment in that second pillar of listening deeply, just ask to see it differently and walk away. And then when you do receive that moment of awareness around it, then connect with it, because this is the bridge, right? So this is the bridge, all the while you're keeping the intention as the framework and forefront of going through these three pillars. So these are the things that we talk about in the art of awareness. We go through this process through the creative exercises that we do. And then we look at asking ourselves a series of questions so that we can reveal to ourselves the answers that we're seeking. And what does this help us do? It helps us to notice these patterns and these habits that are showing up in our life, that are creating self-sabotage, that encourage us to compare ourselves, that encourage us to please others. When we are not clear and aligning with our values, our personal values, this isn't about your belief system, because that comes generally from your upbringing. And there's a way to shift all of that. We're not going to go there right now. But once you're aligned with your values, no buts about it, and when you are aligned with your values, you then are able to use your values as a tool and a guiding light and compass. So there's so many pieces that come together through this process. Now, those are the 3 points that I wanted to make with you around the pillars. And then the very first one, of course, is the intention. using intention as the framework, then going through the 3 pillars as you move through the intention and things rise up throughout the day. So you're going to slow down for whatever moment you have. You're going to listen deeply to whatever feelings are rising. And then you're going to connect within so that you can bridge from where you are to where you want to be. So this is the art of awareness. And I would love to invite you in to come and check it out and see if it's something that you would enjoy doing. Come in and experience the process. So every meeting is different, and it's for women, where women get to witness one another in this process and you learn from others. It's just such a beautiful way to be heard and to reveal your own revelations to yourself and expand in your awareness. So you're invited to come. You can show up for one art circle for $7 and see what you think about it. So that is what I wanted to share with all of you today, because it's such an important thing when we are moving through difficulties. And I don't know very many people who aren't dealing with something in their life. So I'm sure that everyone has something out there. And if you find yourself struggling, if you're a woman who is finding yourself in this moment struggling with some of these things, then there's a place for you. So you're invited to come and show up. All right, everybody. I will see you next week. And we have a wonderful guest coming up. And I always like to keep it a surprise. So there it is. Come back and see me next Thursday live at, I might be changing the time. So I'll let you know. But it will be live next Thursday, so in the morning, and it's either going to be 7:30 or 9. So I'll be sure to let you know. Oh, actually, we're going on at 9. Yeah, we're there at 9 next Thursday, but I am looking to change the time to 7:30 a.m. Pacific time. So have a wonderful day. Thank you for being with me, and come and join the Art of Awareness. And the links will be below, or you can check them out in my bio if you're on Instagram. It's also on YouTube. So yeah. All right. Take care, everybody. Have a wonderful, intentional day.